Alright guys, welcome back. In today's video we finally start cutting up the red GTO and we're going to attempt to install floor pans. We'll see how that goes. Probably not well knowing me. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so I think we'll try to get this door off today so we can get in there a little easier. Still got to strip out all the old wiring and a few other things before we start cutting and welding on this thing. So let's see if I can get this door off without dropping it. Probably isn't the best tool for the job, but it's what I got, so. I got most of the bolts out of the hinge. Just got a couple more, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. Oh, I don't know if the jack is gonna go up high enough. Oh yeah, just barely. Want to take bets on whether or not I drop the door? Hopefully I can just balance it there for a second until I get a hold of it. I was really surprised these bolts were not super rusted in there, but I ain't got them all out yet. I thought this was just going to take a minute. Of course, the last one that's going to be the one that gives me fits. Wonder how much more rust we're going to find when we get the door off and get in there where we can see those hinges. Long-winded. She's loose. Oh shoot! Thing's heavier than I thought. Whew. Try not to lose them bolts. In here we can see a little better. I thought this stuff here would probably be rotted out, but it's not. But the hinges are rough, man. But I got new ones, so. The top part of the rocker looks good. I haven't pulled that off yet. I'm sure there's. Oh wow! Look at that. You see that? The fender has split all the way down. That actually feels like mud, like Bondo. Well, we may have to patch that fender. But anyway, I wanted to just get in here where I could not have to fight for that door, which it needed to come off anyway because I got to replace those hinges. But I want to get all this crusty wiring out of here, and I'm not going to use any of it, so I'm just going to start cutting it out, I think. I need to get the hood off, but there's nobody here to help me, so I may have to wait till I got another set of hands here, but I can get all this out. get it out of my way and start getting a game plan on cutting this floor out. So anyway, I'm gonna start working on that wiring. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, so this is the patch for the driver's side front, and I'm gonna have to trim it. I think I'm gonna cut right through here, trim that. I'm gonna have to trim a little bit off the hump up there, and then that little corner needs to kind of be angled a little bit. I'm gonna cut it right here because of the mounts for my seats. I don't want to cut them out, so, and it's pretty solid right up to that point. So I'm gonna try to cut this to fit a little better, and then we'll see if we can get it at least fit in there good enough before we really start cutting into stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is, once I get it fit like I want, I think I'm going to like screw it down and then just cut both pieces. You know, maybe cut all the way across here and then tack it, and then cut there and tack it. That way you're cutting both pieces at in the same spot, you know. I think maybe that'll make it a little better. Instead of trying to cut it and then cut the piece out and make it all fit, I'm just going to try to do it that way. So we'll see how that works out. Alright, so I know I've said many times I'm not a metal guy. This is why. This thing does not fit very good. I cut quite a bit off of it. There's some of what I cut off of it. Fits pretty good, like back here and down this side, but up on the toe board and down the trans tunnel, it ain't close yet. I've got a few screws in it, and I've been trying to like beat it into submission with a hammer, and I've got it a little better. But I think what I need to do is take it back, mark where it's at, and then cut the majority of the old floor pan out, so it'll kind of sit down a little, maybe a little further. I think that's keeping it from dropping down where it needs to be. And then I've used up, I got just some cheap ass cutoff wheels, so I'm going through them pretty quick, so I'm out. So I can't cut anything else anyway today until I get some more cutoff wheels. And I need to get some better sheet metal screws, like some self-tappers or something, to kind of hold it in place better. But it's getting there. I mean, I think I can make it work, but like there's a lot of contours in the firewall up there that aren't even close. So I'm gonna take it back out and see how far up the rust goes, and maybe I can trim some more off and get it a little better. But like, you know, I can stick my whole hand in right there. I need to get that down. But like I said, I think the rusty part of the floorboard is keeping it from sinking down in there. So I think if I can cut it up to like, you know, an inch or so, or maybe I probably need to leave a little more, because I don't know where I'm gonna cut. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw it down and take the cutoff wheel and cut it, you know, maybe cut this whole side and tack it, and I can pull the old part out from the bottom, you know, get it, and then do that on all four sides. That way it's just a flush fit. And because I don't want to overlap it. When I did the trunk pan in that car, I overlapped it and I was not happy with it at all. So I'm gonna try butt welding. But yeah, these cheap ass eBay floor pans don't fit just super great. So, but anyway, I think that's about as far as I can go. I may, like I said, I may take this piece back out and kind of get a little better idea of what I need to do here. But it's not whooping me yet. I think I'm still going to be able to do it. It's just going to be a little more difficult than I had anticipated. But, you know, I knew going into this, none of these aftermarket panels fit right. You know, even that trunk pan I did in that gray car, it fit horrible. I mean, it fit worse than these things did. So, but I'm sure there's maybe better panels out there. But, you know, like I said, this is just a practice car anyway. So I'm hoping that, you know, when I get done with this car and when I get ready to start on that car, I'll buy maybe some better quality panels, and then maybe, hopefully my skill level will be, you know, up there a little better when I start on it. So, but anyway, I'll get some more supplies and hopefully we'll be back on this pretty soon. Well, I did dig around and find one more cutoff wheel, so I did go ahead and cut the main part of the rotted floor out and trim this up a little more, made it a little bit smaller. I've gone about as small as I can go and still cover up the rust, but it still ain't fitting just great, but I do think it's good enough that I can make it work. When I'm on it, like I said, I'm going to have to get some more cutoff wheels, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to screw it down a little tighter again, and then I'm just going to take and zip cut everything and tack it as I go, and hopefully I can push it and, you know, manipulate it into place. You know, I mean, I'm not going for perfection. This is not a damn show car, that is for sure. I just don't want to fall through the floorboard, you know what I mean? So it's all going to be covered up anyway. Once I get it all this done, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take the column and everything out, and I'm going to scuff the entire inside as best I can. And I don't know what I'm going to put down, maybe some, POR 15, POR 15, whatever that stuff is called, or some type of coating to stop the, you know, everything that has surface rust on it, keep it from going any further. And then we'll put sound deadener and, you know, carpet and all that down. So, I mean, and then when I get it all done, I'll get it up in the air and seam seal everything, and maybe undercoat it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do there yet, but anyway, that's kind of, ooh, dang, that light is blinding me. Let's stand over here where it ain't shining me right in the eyes. But anyway, that's kind of as far as I can go right now, until I thought I had a whole bunch of stuff, which that seems to be a theme with me when I get out here and, you know, finally get the urge to start working on something, and I don't have all the stuff that I need. And I know I've said many times, I kind of live out in the Thule, so I can't just, you know, run up the street and pick up, you know, cutoff wheels or anything. But anyway, that is what it is. But it is, tomorrow I gotta go back to work, so I'll be in town anyway. I'll try to pick some stuff up this week, and you know, we'll get back on it as quick as we can, and hopefully the rest of it goes quicker. I'm hoping the back panels fit a little better than the fronts, because the front, that side will be easy. It's just going to require a small little patch, and the back patches I'm going to have to go up quite a bit, because there's quite, you know, there's a hole there. But I guess I'm going to have to take these brackets off anyway, or at least this one for the seat, because I snapped the bolts off, or the studs off. They were rusted so bad. And God dang it, I got a wasp, or no, that's a horsefly trying to get me. Get out of here. How the hell did you get in here? Anyway. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to get some of those and, you know, cut those out, put the patch panel in, and then weld the brackets back in for the seat. So yay, more purchasing and more welding. But anyway, hopefully we'll be back on it pretty soon, and I hope this goes a little smoother from now on. Alright, so I'm back out here working on these floor pans. I don't know why I struggle with saying floor pans, but so I'm having a real hard time getting this to fit just like I want it, especially up in that top corner, which is up here. So what I'm trying to do is, I got the toe board section too that came with this kit, so I cut me a little piece out, and I think I'm going to try to fix that part first, get this piece in, so then I have more, you know, I can kind of come over this way a little bit and have better metal to work with. But this piece ain't fitting real great either, but I think it'll be easier to try to make that piece work by itself as opposed to trying to get this whole piece to fit. So I'm going to keep messing with this, trying to get this in, get it fit right, and then we'll weld it in, and then we'll come in and still cut probably, you know, maybe right through here and up and then over with the full, you know, the full piece. So I'm gonna keep messing with this, trying to get it fit like I want it, and then we'll cut and weld it, hopefully. Oh man, I have been working on this for I don't know how long, trying to get all this, but I welded in just got tacked in a piece there because that whole piece right there was rotted out, and that piece for the toe board is it's under this right now. I just kind of got this to see where I'm at. I think I'm gonna trim it right there and over, and then, but I think that's as good as it's gonna get for now. Of course, my dumbass overcut, so I'll have to patch that hole there. Once I get this in there, I'll do that. But yeah, it's just, you know, I always say I'm not a very good welder, but I'm obviously not a good metal cutter either, because everything I cut today was completely off by a lot. So I'm gonna keep messing with it, and hopefully I can at least get it cut out and tacked in today. But you know, who knows, the way this is going. I've been out here all damn day just trying to get that piece to fit again. So anyway, we'll see. So I think I've got it fit in there about as good as I can get it. It fits real good right here with this piece that I put in on the side. I'm still gonna have to cut, you know, that first piece, you know, to match this, and I kind of marked where I think I'm gonna cut it with the red line. My initial plan was to like cut a section and then tack it, and then cut a section and tack it, but now I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get the old metal out once I do that. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it screwed down like it is, cut one section, maybe put a couple of tacks in it just to hold it, and then cut the other section, cut a couple of tacks, and then do that. And then maybe I can take and just grind the tacks off, pull it out, take the old stuff out, and then it should fit back just like I have it. Should. But my experience doing this, when I cut something, it doesn't matter how careful I am or how much I measure or how many times I measure, it's never right. You know, I'm probably fixing to screw this all up. I'm probably gonna have to buy another pan, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So bear with me and cross your fingers for me. Whew, man, this is not going well. But anyway, it is tacked in there, but somehow I can't cut a straight line to save my life, and somehow the gap up there is pretty wide, and then I screwed this all up right here, so I'm gonna have to cut out a strip and put in another piece, because I don't know how the hell I did all that. But anyway, and that gap's pretty big right there. I don't know if I can weld that or not, but the sides are okay except for right there. And then I had to make a little piece to fill in that big hole there where I screwed all that up too. I might can weld that gap, but I doubt it. You probably can't see it because of the shadow of the brake pedal, but it's pretty bad. But this back here, I really screwed that up. I don't even want to show you all that. And the metal is a lot more, it's still rotted further back than I had anticipated. So when I was trying to like pry it up, my screwdriver just wadded it up. So I'm gonna have to cut, I think I'll just cut out a section about maybe a couple inches wide, try to shape it to that. I may have the piece that I cut off of this, because I trimmed this up a little bit. But yeah, whew, I am not a metal guy. I know I've said that time and time again, but this is why. I mean, you guys that do this stuff, man, y'all got the patience of a saint, because I'm ready to just burn this car to the ground. It's this pisses me off so bad. Like, it seems simple, like it really seems simple. Cut, weld, repeat, you know, but I don't know how I measured and measured and measured and marked and measured, and I don't know how. I mean, I'm off an inch on this side right here. I don't know how the hell I did that, but I do think when I do this part back here, I'm going to try to just use I don't know what I'm gonna do. I obviously don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I need to make a friend that does metal work, that would trade metal work for mechanic work or something. But I mean, I still think I can salvage it. That ain't no problem. I'm just gonna have to, like I said, just cut a section. I don't know, just maybe a strip. I may do a couple inches, and I may try to come back up in here a little bit. This part is still solid, but over here I may just have to go, like, make me a square piece right there, and then this I might could weld that gap. But right here, boy, I butchered that, so I may just have to make me a piece from about right here over, which, you know, you're not going to see it when it's done, so it doesn't matter how ugly it is as long as I get it filled in. I've got plenty of spare metal around to fix it, but yeah, I don't know what I do wrong on this stuff. I cannot cut a piece of metal to fit a hole. You know what I mean? Like, I thought laying it in there and cutting both pieces at the same time would be a no-brainer, but I still screwed it up. But anyway, get this stupid thing off. Where's my hat? But yeah, this is definitely not my forte, but it's a skill I've got to learn, because everything I got needs metal work. Even this thing, I need to do quarter patches on it. I got a ton of stuff to do that black car. But this right here is why I quit working on the black car, because I did not want to screw it up any more than I already did. So we're just going to keep working on this one and hopefully getting better as we go. But I'm gonna have to get a lot better before I start tackling this car, because I don't want to butcher it. I want it to be halfway decent, you know what I mean? Like, which, like I said, when I'm done with this, you'll never know how bad it was. And I hope, you know, as bad as I screwed this one up, hopefully I'll do better on this section, and then by the time I get to that section over there, I'll be even better and it'll go a lot smoother, I hope. But yeah, I've been messing with this thing all damn day and just barely got it tacked in there, and it's bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. And man, I have made a mess. Look at all this shit in the floor. But anyway, I think that's where I'm gonna stop. I don't figure I'm going to get much else done this weekend on it, so I'll probably just end this video here. It's like, you know, like with everything, it winds up taking me so much longer than I anticipated. I thought, man, I'm gonna get all the floor pans knocked out this weekend, and I haven't even got one section fully welded in yet. Like, I've barely got it tacked in there. But yeah, that's a lot of damn work. I mean, whose idea was this? Like, who decided to go buy the rustiest GTO you could find when you can't weld? Like, whose idea was that? Oh wait, that was mine. Anyway, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stop before I screw it up even worse, and I probably need to think about it for a little bit. But I mean, it's not as bad as, you know, when I did that trunk pan in that car. This is, like I said, other than this, you know, I mean, I think I can deal with the rest of it, but this side, I butchered that. But it can be fixed. It ain't no problem. I'm just gonna have to just cut and weld some more. But instead of it being just a one-piece drop in, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It took me 4 pieces to get what I needed done, because of the way there's so many weird shapes and contours, and just that corner right there, that this pan wasn't matching. And, you know, it didn't cover all of it either, so I had to go in and, like, really just hack it up. But anyway, I'm sick of it, of messing with it for right now. It's making me mad, and when I get mad, I usually wind up doing stupid shit. So I think I'm gonna stop for the night, and I don't know that I'll get back out on it. This is probably gonna be the end of this video, but if it is, I appreciate everybody watching. Ah, stupid compressor. Yeah, that's about how my whole day has been. But anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Go work on your junk.